See viewers, we are going to make puff pastry today. For this we have already um, taken a whole banaspati pack of banaspati, 1 kg pack of banaspati, and we have put it into the deep freezer for 1 hour. Now look, it's hard. We are going to make balls out of it. You can make balls out of it to make puff pastry. You see, it is dalda oil and dalda ghee, and we have put it into our deep freezer for 1 hour, and after that it is quite hard. You have to take out this hard done pieces of ghee into this dish. You have to take it out. You have to assemble it like this, and now you see it is all done. Again, what you need to do is you have to put it to freezer for 1 hour. While making dough, you need to pour some oil into a cup of hot water and knead your flour with that water. For making dough, what you have to do is you have to only knead your plain flour, which is 1 kg in quantity, like this. You have to knead it like this, and you know your dough is done. It is like this. For making puff pastry, you have to see, this is your dough, and you have placed that ghee into it, the frozen ghee into this, and you have covered it and folded it. Now you have to do it with this spool pin again and again to give it a more thinner form. You have to do it for a longer period of time in every direction. You see, it needs a lot of layering, and you can do it by folding it again and again and again. When you are done with this in one direction, you can fold it from all directions. Here you see, we are folding it. It has that frozen ghee into it. Now it is done. We are going to fold it again and again and have to make it a bit more thinner. You have to do it in a more rigorous way. You see, the oil is somehow visible. You can do it by putting some dried flour on it. You can cover it and start making it again and again. You see, it is about to be done. We do this process of folding it and then again thinning it to complete the process of layering. Puff pastry is all about layering. We want these layers into our puff pastry, so we will do it again and again and again. You can see for layering you have to do it again and give it some fine layers every time. Now you can do this by folding it again and again and again for about 15 minutes. You can repeat the process for about 15 minutes. Now you see it is in this form. We have expanded our dough in this form and it is all done. Now what we have to do is we have to cut the pieces out of it into circles. We have to cut the circles out of it to make our chicken patties out of this puff pastry. And for this we have to cut circles. We have to layer our patties, and for this we have to make a lot of circles. All the circles are finely made. You have to take a fine fine thing to cut the circles, otherwise the circles will not be cut finely and you will not be able to extract these circles later on. So the circles are finely cut, and what we have to do is we have to now put these circles into the tray. You don't have to oil the tray because oil is already there into this puff pastry. Now this is the mixture of chicken and capsicums crushed and minced with black pepper and salt in it. I will tell you how to make this mixture of patties later on in some other video. In this video I am going to tell you only how to make a puff pastry and how to make chicken patties at home, which are quite healthy. We always make these chicken patties at home. It is very easy to store this puff pastry into your freezer. You can preserve it into your freezer for a longer period of time, say for a month also. I also make this puff pastry at home and store it in my freezer for a month or so. And when you have to make chicken patties, what you have to do is you have to just defreeze it for some time, and it revives its shape as you try to make patties out of it. So all our mixture onto these patties is done. and it looks tasty, and it really is. Now you have to cover all these patties with another layer on it, just to give it layering. The things made at home have another value, and they're quite healthy, and they're quite nutritive, in a sense that it revives its uniqueness by having freshness and hygiene. You can also try this at home. Very, very healthy, and you can also use it as lunch for your kids. As your kids like to have this type of snacks. So all these patties are about to be done, and what you need to do is that you have to mix some of egg yolk. This is egg yolk. You have to layer the patties with this egg yolk. Here is a mixture of egg yolk. This egg yolk to be poured on your patties to give it a crispy and golden touch. So this is the only function of this egg yolk, that it will give a golden and beautiful touch appearance to your chicken patties. So it's about to be done, and you have to cover all your patties with this mixture. Now you see it is about to be done, and what other thing you have to remember is that you see these patties need to be expanded when you put them in the oven. So keep them at proper places, and no more than 6 patties into a large tray. Now you see you have to preheat your oven at 250 degrees, and you have already done that, and you have to do it for a period of 30 minutes. You have to bake it for a period of 30 minutes, and your chicken patties are ready. Now you see all the chicken patties are ready, and they are giving you an appearance of colorful, attractive, and fresh chicken patties at home. Let's enjoy.